Alright, so let's talk about CM Punk. Now first, I've been wanting to make this video for a couple of days, but things just keep coming up, keeping me away from doing it. And I got this cold, so I kind of sound like crap right now. But I got some time, we're gonna fucking make this video. So last week, CM Punk quits the WWE. And I don't believe it's work. WWE is not creative enough to pull something like this off. I don't believe, he's just gone temporarily and he's going to come back. He's definitely not coming back before WrestleMania. I think he's gone for a couple of years at least. And he quit in spectacular fashion too. I mean, he walked out just a few hours, or depending on which report you read, like 1 hour before Raw started last week. Now, do I think that that is unprofessional? Yes. Yes, I do. To walk out while you're under contract like that, just right before a live show starts, having the company to fall on their ass and scramble around trying to make up for the fact that you're not going to be there when you were supposed to be, that is absolutely unprofessional. But am I happy about it? Do I agree with it? You bet your ass I do. See, the WWE isn't a company that listens to its fans. I mean, everybody has known that for a long time now. Vince McMahon has gone on an interview and stated, the fans don't tell us what they like, we tell the fans what the fans like. So they don't give a shit about our opinions. You need an example, see Daniel Bryan, see Dolph Ziggler. They don't care. Not only that, but I believe they do things to spite their fans sometimes. Just to say, well, you want to see this? Well, fuck you, we're going to ruin what you want to see and give you something that you're going to hate, but we're going to do it because we own the company. We make the decisions. So yeah, it definitely seems like there's a few guys at the top that use the company to carry out their own personal agendas and vendettas, and it sucks. And they didn't even listen to CM Punk either. He's been complaining for months and months, maybe even years. And he's not the only one, he's just the one that is the loudest about it. But I'll tell you what, when he said, fuck you, I'm going home, and he turned around and walked out, well, then they fucking had to stand up and take notice. Now they're still scrambling around trying to figure out what the hell they're gonna do, and I think it is hilarious. CM Punk did the only thing he really could do to get back at this company, which was just to leave him hanging high and dry. Now they're being forced to make creative decisions that they didn't want to make in the first place. CM Punk leaving, combined with the severely negative crowd reaction of their main event storyline, they're actually starting to do something. Do I think it's gonna be this big, epic, sweeping change across the company where the fans are going to actually start to see what we want to see? No, I do not believe that's what's going to happen. I think that they're going to half-ass their way through WrestleMania this year, and we might get some stuff that we want to see, but I guarantee you that main event is still going to be Batista versus Randy Orton to close out the show, and you are going to get that severe negative crowd reaction like in a stadium full of 75,000, 80,000 people. And it's going to be hilarious. It's going to be the funniest WrestleMania of all time. That's not a recommendation to buy WrestleMania. That's just a recommendation to watch it at some point. So let's talk about CM Punk's side of this. Let's get away from the WWE. CM Punk has been unhappy with the WWE for a very long time. I could make an argument that he has been pissed at this company ever since Kevin Nash came out and Jackknife powerbombed him back down to the mid-card about 2 years ago. They have been fucking him over continuously. I mean, he had that ridiculously long title reign, which was awesome. Ridiculous in a good way. But it was in the mid-card. The only time he was in a main event to close out a show was when it had John Cena involved. That's garbage. And I can tell you, Punk felt the same way. He doesn't really hide how he's feeling. And he's been very vocal about his unhappiness. I mean, he's pretty much done it all except come out and said, I hate the WWE and I hate working for this company. But he said a lot of negative things about this company. So yeah, my initial knee-jerk reaction to Punk walking out, I was shocked. And then about 20 seconds later, I was like, yeah, I could see that happening. And to be honest, I'm surprised that this actually didn't happen sooner. I think what put Punk over the edge was that Royal Rumble pay-per-view, when him and like 8 other guys were out there at the very end of the show, and the crowd was booing the match itself, turning on the actual match, on the pay-per-view itself, and booing the fuck out of it. I could just imagine him standing in the middle of that ring and just, something clicking inside his brain saying, wow, this is fucking shitty. What does this company think it's doing? All this and they're still not going to listen to it? I'm done. I'm fucking done. I could absolutely see that being the tipping point for him. He has been unhappy with his own personal position in the company. He has been unhappy with the fact that Daniel Bryan is not getting the recognition he deserves. And he's unhappy with the fact that Batista has come back to take over one of the biggest main event spots available on the biggest pay-per-view of the year, when he's been gone for years, and he comes back 2 months before the fucking show. It completely shits all over everybody in the locker room that's been there working their ass off all year for the past several years, Punk being one of those guys. Now, I'm not saying Punk is unhappy with Batista. He's gone on record saying he's friends with Batista, but this isn't the way to go about it. Batista shouldn't be coming back and jumping into that main event spot. Daniel Bryan's earned that by busting his fucking ass and putting on great main events throughout the entire year. So, everything put together, Punk just finally had enough, and he walked out. And yes, Punk can be a little bit of a drama queen sometimes. He hasn't admitted that on interview, but he has gone on interview saying he can be a real pain in the ass and sometimes just a downright dick to work with. When he's unhappy about something, he's going to tell you about it. But I think that this needed to happen. This was something that needed to happen for the WWE to take that swift kick in the ass. Punk was the one to give it to him. It was the biggest thing that Punk could have done. Getting out on the show and trying to drop a pipe bomb, that's not going to do anything. That'll get a crowd reaction, but it's not going to get upper management reaction. Telling upper management, hey, I'm going home. That's going to get their attention. So sum it up, I'm glad CM Punk did what he did. Was it unprofessional? Yes. But did it need to happen? I believe so. Punk can absolutely take the hit financially. According to him, he's got enough money to retire from wrestling right now, and he'll be good for the rest of his life. I don't see CM Punk coming back anytime in the near future. Maybe he's got it figured out that he'll leave now and come back in 4 years, and he'll get the main event spot at WrestleMania that he's always wanted. I mean, Batista's got it figured out, right? And this is causing some changes within WWE. I think it is only temporary. It's not going to be this broad sweeping change, but it is hilarious to see them try to react to this while at the same time not acknowledging that Punk has left. Also, what a piss poor way to handle the announcing of Punk's no longer being in the company, which is to just completely ignore it. They undo the Twitter shit, take him off the website, take him out of the signature at the start of the shows, all that stuff. They don't want fans to chant his name, they confiscate their signs, but they won't make an announcement on national television saying he's no longer with the company. Pretty fucking stupid, if you ask me. Alright, that's it. JB Squared, 61279. My thoughts on the whole CM Punk situation, and I will see you guys next week.